place where dreams are born and time is never planned. It's not on any chart, you must find it in your heart. You know, some people think that as we grow up, we become different people at different ages. But I don't believe that. I think we remain the same throughout, merely passing from room to room, but always in the same house. All right, Mr. Donahue, I'm all yours. What would you like to know? Will I crow? You bet. That's one of my favorite questions. You know, I nearly ruined my voice crowing, and not only in the theater, but I'll tell you more about that later. Since we're talking about Peter, though, I have a tiny confession to make. When I was a little girl, I was convinced I could fly. And to prove it, I jumped off the roof of our garage. I'm flying. Look at me way up high. Suddenly, here am I. I'm flying. I'm flying. I can soar, I can weave, and what's more, I'm not even trying. I'm as corny as Kansas in August. I'm as normal as blueberry pie. No more a smart little girl with no heart. I have found me a wonderful guy. I am in a conventional leather with a conventional star in my eye. And you will note there's a lump in my throat when I speak of that wonderful guy. I tried out for everything, and the people in the biz used to call me Audition Mary. If they wanted a jazz singer, sure. A dancer, you bet. Even a diva. Dites-moi voisin si j'ai mon amie, ici ma basquine va bien ce matin. Vous me trouvez la taille fine, vous me trouvez la taille fine. Les filles de Cadence me dansent cela. Ah, yes, there were more auditions and screen tests. And one audition in particular really threw me off my guard. When I finished my final, a big, tall, cranky fella got up to escort me to the door. And as we were walking, he said,
"You know, Miss Martin, I really think you have something special there, and I'd like you to come to my house once a week to work on line and phrasing."
You could actually accept a proposal like that in the 1930s.
And as he walked me to the door and closed it behind me, he said, "Oh, and by the way, I do know that song. I wrote the lyrics."
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger, you may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then that somewhere you'll see him again and again. Once you have found him, never let him go. Once you have found him, never let him go. And that was Oscar Hammerstein. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dawn bites, when the bee stings, born. And if that name sounds familiar to you, it should. He was Major Nelson in I Dream of Jeannie, and the infamous J.R. in Dallas. While tearing off a game of golf, I may make a play for the caddy, but when I do, I don't follow through, 'cause my heart belongs to Daddy. If I invite a boy some night to dine on my fine Finn and Hattie, I just adore